Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is officially the week 4 check-in. So I'm currently filming this a little late. It's currently 5:09, but I needed to sit down since I'm already here waiting. My son's doing something for school. I figured I'd use this time and be productive and film something for you guys and actually talk about this week because something happened and I want to tell you about it. I do apologize in advance. I think it's like allergies mixed with like a cold. I'm not sure what's happening. I've been feeling like absolute crap, but I've just been trying to get over whatever this has been because I've just been feeling awful. I've been down for the count for the last week. Yeah, I'm just feeling absolutely miserable. I'm on a lot of allergy medicine right now. My head's killing me, so I apologize if I look and I sound crappy. I did my makeup earlier, so hopefully I can look better than I feel. Okay, so I have been plateaued, literally stuck for weeks, and I was scared. I kept showing up even though my exercise hasn't been the pace that it was week 1, and I haven't been as slow as week 2. My eating definitely has gotten way better following week 3, and I actually feel like this week was a breakthrough for me. And feeling that is a really great feeling because I was at the point that I was like, okay, I'm doing everything I need to do. What is happening? In my head, I'm like, what if this stops working? What if my body decides that we're just done here? That this is my set point. I'm not going to keep losing weight again. I'm going to balloon back up and I'm just not going to succeed at this. I'm going to look like an idiot and a failure in front of you guys. In the meantime, I'm drinking a pineapple cheese. They're really, I'm sorry, and mango. It's mango. So if you haven't already, this is going to be a little chatty vlog, and I actually mean a little chatty vlog. I'm not going to make this really long for you guys, so I just want to catch up with you guys, and this is the easiest thing because it's been very hard for me to film this week as I've pretty much just been sleeping every day as much as I can, just trying to get better. And I'm so thankful that I basically meal prepped a few days ago after a Costco run. I cooked a bunch of chicken. We've just been making a bunch of different meals out of that, and it's been a godsend. So I'm like, I need to just keep doing this, which is another tip of mine. Just meal prep, make your life easier, cook a bunch of different proteins, and that way you can build a bunch of different meals out of that, even if you're literally just eating the same thing every day. So this week, week 4, I stepped on the scale and I'm down 1.5 pounds. I haven't given you guys my number, and I feel very crappy about that. I'm not there yet, but I will share. I just want to see a little bit more progress before I feel like I can be happy with the number and share that. So apologize in advance. I hope you guys understand. That being said, I am down 1.5 pounds, and I feel like this is the first time I'm seeing some type of progress, some type of movement. It didn't help that I was on my cycle and then I immediately gotten sick right after. It's just been all over the place. I feel like I just cannot catch a break. I really think it's not that my body stopped working. Our body's working 24/7. I think it just needed time, right? Because results take time. Good habits take time. So why wouldn't it take my body time to kind of be oh, okay, this is what's happening. We're making changes again. We're doing something good for ourselves. And I definitely had to trust that even when I couldn't see that happening. And I think that's a really great thing for us to keep in mind, is that even if you're not seeing the results that you want right away, it doesn't mean nothing's happening. It's just, you just have to have faith in yourself, have to have faith in the work that you're putting in and keep going, right? Because we want things so instant and it doesn't always work like that. So what I did, honestly, I didn't change anything from last week other than, like I said, I meal prepped. So I already had options available. I've kept healthy snacks on hand. So I really I get these glazed pecans. I've shown them before when I've made Greek yogurt bowls or parfaits. I'll keep those. So when I'm feeling a little snacky, I'll get maybe 2 or 3, and just because they're really massive, they're huge, so I'll nibble on those, and it gives me, I get full off of the pecan, but also I feel like I'm eating something kind of naughty, and it gives me that I get satisfied with that crunch, with that nibbling type of feeling. So I didn't change anything. I just stayed consistent. Last week, did eat out some days, like I said. It's not realistic to just say I'm never going to eat out, because my life is very busy some days, and other days it's a lot more slower and I have time to cook at home and all of that. And some days I'm not home all day. So I think it's really important to be realistic and be flexible. You have to be flexible. It doesn't mean you're going to be wishy-washy about things. It just means you have to give yourself that grace to say, hey, some days are not going to go as planned, and I have a plan B, a plan C. If it doesn't work out, at least I did my best. I really think that that was the difference this week, though, is that last week, towards the end of that week, I felt like a shift in my brain. I stopped going back to food for comfort or when I was bored or anxious, because I was starting to get back into those habits. And so I felt that shift, and I even told my husband, I said, babe, I don't know, but something feels different. Like, I haven't really seen the scale move, but I felt that shift. I wasn't as hungry. I was doing a lot of ice and drinking a lot more water and staying a lot more hydrated, actually letting my tummy grumble and let me know when I was hungry, versus me like jumping the gun and being like, oh, okay, it's time to eat. I normally eat late when I wake up anyway. I don't eat first thing in the morning. It's very rare, and it's usually when I'm with friends or it's like a social thing. I was waiting for my actual hunger cues, and I think we forget, with how instant everything is, we forget how to let ourselves wait for those cues. We forget what those cues are. And as kids, it's just naturally in us, but we're so used to having access to everything that we kind of just override, and we're living in this constant state of overriding our natural cues that we're just like, shut up, and that leads us to all these issues. The biggest thing was the difference was mental this time. Like I said, this week, I've actually been logging my calories every single day, and I've been staying at my calorie goal. I think one day I ate like 1,500 calories, but I'm not gonna be upset about it, because everything was pretty much just protein. I was eating like my bowls, and one of them was a lot bigger for dinner, but that was fine. As long as I know where I am and I'm not going past my calorie deficit every single day, I'm gonna be making progress. And even then, I'm still in a deficit regardless of, compared to what I was starting to eat a lot more before. I had to relearn to choose trust over panic every single day. It's very easy to fall into this mental state of you're panicking of like, okay, what am I gonna eat for lunch? What am I gonna eat for dinner? And you start like panicking, and little by little your life feels like it revolves around food in one way or another. It's really hard if you're 10 to 12 weeks out. In my case, I'm like 10 weeks out from being a wedding guest. It's not even my wedding. It's just I'm a guest, and I just want to feel my best before summer comes. Definitely constantly reminding myself why I'm doing this. First of all, I want to feel my best. I felt way healthier when I was 30 pounds lighter, and even then I still had more weight to lose. Constantly reminding me, why am I doing this? The main reason is I want to be absolutely healthy. I want to be my healthiest self. I'm not getting any younger, and I want to feel my best. I don't want to still have these issues. Am I saying that they're going to go away? No. I think I'm always going to have to just make sure I'm being more mindful of what I eat, and that I kind of don't start slipping back into negative habits. It's okay to also say, I want to look good. I want to feel great. I don't want to have to choose a dress that covers my arms or make sure it covers like my belly. All these things that I shouldn't even have to worry about, but I do, and I will continue worrying about, because I'm just a girl, and especially like being in LA, like we really care about our looks and stuff down there. So it's unfortunate, but that's just a harsh reality of the world that we live in. And especially like depending on where you live, aesthetics and all of that, it's a huge factor in your confidence. As long as you're confident, that's always gonna magnify anything else, but you need to be happy with yourself. You need to make sure when you look in the mirror, you can still feel proud of yourself and love yourself, and you can feel all those things and still feel like there's work that needs to be done. So all in all, this week taught me that plateaus aren't failure. You can be like me and be in a plateau for weeks and months. It doesn't mean I'm a failure. I can feel like I'm a failure sometimes, but it doesn't mean I am. It's just your body catching up. Bodies are weird. Have so much going on. It's literally not their problem to be like, hey, I look good in the mirror, or I feel my best. Like, they're literally just trying to keep you alive. That's what it's trying to do. So if you quit during your plateau, you're never going to see what's on the other side of it. So if you're stuck right now, keep going. Your breakthrough is coming. You just don't see it yet. And it happens. And this isn't going to be the first plateau you're going to hit. And I have to remember that as well. I'm going to hopefully get the ball rolling, but I'm also going to be very hyper aware that plateaus are gonna come and I just have to push through it. With that said, if you've ever been stuck before, tell me in the comments, what did your breakthrough look like? Let's keep each other inspired and hold each other accountable. This is a community and I just want to know that I'm not alone, and I want other people to know that they're not alone in this. I want to hear your stories too, so let me know in the comments. So I hope you guys have had an amazing week. I will see you guys next week with the week 5 update, and we're gonna keep on trucking. I'm not gonna give up on myself. I feel like I finally had something click and I cannot wait to see my progress. I'm almost at the halfway point. I want to say definitely this first month has been a learning lesson, has been me learning I need to work on what I'm doing great at and finding that like happy medium. So I'm really happy that it's finally like clicked for me, and now I can kind of go full steam ahead. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys want to, please go ahead and like and subscribe. You can follow my journey. Let me know in the comments what your journey has been like. I'll see you guys soon. I do want to point out, and I do want to say I'm going to be spoiling the fun over here, but coming up after week 5, I'm still filming in between, still like filming for like my regular vlogs. Like I said, I'm like very behind. I have months of like backlogged footage, but I have a very fun trip coming up and I can't wait to take you guys. I still have not edited, uploaded. I've done nothing with the footage from like the fall, and I was so excited to show you guys, and like life just happened.